Hi guys, Scratch Cat Ball here, and today I am going to be teaching you how to make realistic exoplanets in SpaceEngine. And you don't really have to do this first part, but I'm just going to do it because I already did all the interesting ones, or I guess all the famous ones. So, and and I have uh and I have a list with 146 exoplanets, all of which have known compositions. So I'm going to generate a random number exoplanet and then teach you how to do that one. So 111. 111 is right here. Hat P55b. And it looks to be a uh, it, I I think it might be a gas giant because it has one Jupiter radius, but it also has 0.582 Jupiter masses, so I'm not sure. Hat P55 is Hat P55b a gas giant or a rocky planet? It's a gas giant. Okay. So anyway, so what you're gonna want to do, actually, I have it saved in like like the folder path saved as a shortcut in my folders, but uh, I'm gonna show you how to get there if you don't have it saved in your folders. And I do not know the file path, but I do know an alternate way of getting there. So first, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna open SpaceEngine, and then mine's gonna take a little bit longer because I have custom planets like already in SpaceEngine. So it's gonna take a little bit. And then I already tested it out with one of the exoplanets, and it does not um like make the phase changes automatically. So you're gonna have to put the ocean and the atmosphere in yourself if the planet has both. But um and I'm gonna teach you how to do that once I open the folder. But and also at the end I'm gonna teach you how to upload it to the workshop as well. No idea. But, okay. So I guess it already is full brightness. Okay. Um it's almost there. Just give it a second. Okay, so um okay, so I'm gonna assume that you already know how SpaceEngine works, and I'm not gonna be teaching you how to use SpaceEngine in this video. I'm only gonna teach you how to mod it and publish those. And Here's my custom K218b planet. It has all of the correct um, um, atmosphere and ocean composition. But wait, but first, hat P55. Okay, so I already have it here. Perfect. So this will also teach you how to replace it as well. So okay, so what you're gonna want to do is you're actually gonna want to open the camera, this one, and then click open folder. It's gonna open your screenshot folder, and then you're gonna click the up arrow until you see this, and then you're gonna click the add-ons folder, and then you're gonna right click the well actually you're gonna create a new folder, so and then call it whatever you want. Yes, yes, balls, um, hat P55 system. Yeah. And then you're gonna want to go in there, then you're gonna create another new folder, call it cat catal catalog, right? Catalogs. Sorry, catalogs. And then I know what to do now. So create another new folder, call it planets. And then if it doesn't, and then if the system doesn't even exist yet in the game, I'll also show you how to do that. So in the plans folder, you're gonna want to make a text document and call it whatever you want. Hat P55B, and then it's gonna be .sc. So name it whatever you want, but make sure it's .sc. And then you're also gonna want to make sure you have Notepad++ installed. So first, you're gonna put planet, and then space, and then two quotations, and then this is how you replace it. But 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 if it doesn't already exist in the game, it's just gonna create a completely new one. So hat P55B. This needs to be exactly what it's called. So hat P55B, like that. And then you're gonna wanna make the curly braces like that. And then I already have the Space Engine Planet tutorial thing open. So planet, um, so you need parent body. So parent body, and then star already exists. You're gonna want to where's the star? Here it is. I'm gonna want to click on it and see its name up here. Hat P55 makes sense. Hat P55 like that. And then the class. So this one is so asteroid, I'd assume makes it an asteroid, like it suggests. Selena, desert, Terra, Oceania, Water World, Ice World, and Titan all make it rocky planets, and Ice Giant and Neptune makes it able to have um to have elements or molecules, more precisely, that are not hydrogen and helium, and gas giant and Jovian only has hydrogen and helium. So, so, and I'm gonna check it if it's a gas giant, and A, so it's just sodium, I guess. So that is a Neptune. Okay, so next up, um, radius. It's the radius in kilometers. Radius. Okay. So, um, radius. So, Jupiter radii. And, um, Jupiter radii to kilometers. Oh, there we go. So just Google this. It's actually really easy. It just comes up. So put this not in quotations, and everything else is in. So this one, and this one is in quotations. Next up, we have the mass. That is the mass in Earth's. So, but this one has it in Jupiter masses. So you're gonna wanna look up Jupiter masses to Earth masses, and then you're gonna copy this, and you're gonna paste it in here. Yeah, and then um, we don't need age. We I think we might need rotation period. Okay, rotation period like that, and then um, it might be entirely locked. So I'm gonna look it up on Wikipedia. Cat P55. It doesn't have a Wikipedia page. Um, yeah. Um, it might tell me the orbital period on here. It doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. So, so the rotational period is in hours. So, okay. So days to hours. So I'm just going to assume that's tightly locked. So it is 86 hours. And you don't need to do this, but I'm just cleaning it up a little bit so it looks nice. And that's it for the planet stats. Uh, so now we need the atmosphere since it's a gas giant. So So composition, and then so type composition, and then you're gonna want to put more curly braces, and then you're gonna want to do this one's a horrible example because all it has is sodium, but but Space Engine can't have sodium, so I'm just gonna do sodium chloride, I think that is, or salt. I think that might actually be salt. So NaCl. So NaCl. And then you're gonna want to do the percentage of the atmosphere. So this one only has sodium in its atmosphere, so that should be fine. And then um the height. This is mainly for rocky planets, but this is the height of the atmosphere in kilometers. Pressure. Again, for rocky planets, pressure at zero height or surface pressure. Just Google the surface pressure and atmosphere height, and usually the AI thing will tell it to you. And the density, just Google if it's Venus like, Earth like, Mars like, or you know what? Um, let me try to find it. You know what? So let me just give an example. Here's region B again. So is K2 18 B's atmosphere thick, thick like Venus, moderate like Earth, thin like Mars, or does it have no atmosphere at all? And AI will just tell it to you. So, thick hydrogen rich atmosphere. So, thick atmosphere. So, and then Venus atmosphere density in kilograms over meters cubed. So 65. That's what you're gonna put in there if it's moderate. But obviously this is gonna vary depending on the planet. But that's roughly what you look up. And then you're also gonna look up the uh the let me find it real quick, hold on. Um here. We'll just use this one. So uh so K2ATB uh pressure in ATM. So atmosphere pressure in ATM. 372 atmospheres. So that's an example. So if you want to, so wait a minute. Okay, no, I I actually do one more thing in the atmosphere. So sorry about that. So you're gonna want to type atmosphere, and then you're gonna actually want to put the composition inside. So let me just copy it like that. There we go. Okay, so that's how you do it, like the atmosphere. So and then to make like and then to refine the atmosphere, you're gonna want to do the pressure. So pressure, like so 372. So pressure is 372. Density is 65, around 65. And the height of the atmosphere is atmosphere height. Um, yeah. So we don't know its height, so that should be fine. And then only do this if your planet is a rocky planet, but you can also add an ocean if you want. So, and I'm just gonna get rid of it like right after because the planet I'm doing is a gas giant. So ocean composition, then we have H2O 100.0 because it's all water, and also do the height of the ocean. So is it height or depth? Like, I'd have to check something. Height, it's height. Ocean height. So it's unknown, but I'm just gonna do it at 100 kilometers. So 100.0, that's an example for the ocean. Now I'm gonna get rid of it and move on to the next step. The orbit. So you can find the orbit at the bottom here and period. So oh, okay. So orbit curly braces. Okay. And then period. And then the period's not required. It'll just calculate it on its own. So I'm just gonna get rid of the period. And so it needs the semi-major axis in astronomical units. So, or AU. whatever you prefer. So centimeter axis, you're going to want to copy this and then paste it. And then I should probably, I probably should have actually typed it first. So semi-major axis, semi-major axis, paste, and then the eccentricity 0.129 is a kind of eccentric orbit. Eccentricity. Go. Paste that in there. And we also need its perihelion. So we can calculate that. So first we paste the semi-major axis here on the left, and then uh and then eccentricity here on the right, and then just copy this equation. So this one here is the semi-major axis, and this one here is the eccentricity, and this one is just constantly 1. Then you're gonna type it into Google like that, or a calculator or something, and then uh, Perry-centered Dist. Perry-centered Dist, and paste that in there, and uh, inclination. So if it's known, you don't really need it. It would, I mean, you don't need the eccentricity or the inclination. It's just, I prefer it if it was in there because it would make the orbit more accurate. So I'm just going to copy it, and this is in degrees. Don't know what happened there. Okay, so, and then once you're done with all that, you're going to be able to save it. So now we can check out our new planet in game. But if you had SpaceEngine open still, you're going to want to close it first because it does not automatically reload the um the the planets on its own. So you're going to want to close it and then reopen it. And then um and then the reason why I'm doing SpaceEngine and not Universe Sandbox is because it is the most realistic like exoplanet simulator that I found so far. So and you can find it. Actually, you know what? I'm I'm actually going to show you the YouTube post that I explain how I found it in. Just give me a second. Posts. Here it is. So so you can pause. So you can pause if you want to read it. But that's basically a summary of of, of how I settle on SpaceEngine. But who knows, I might find something more realistic. But as of now, this is the most realistic exoplanet simulator I've ever found. And then usually when it's loading a brand new planet, it does take a little bit longer than usual. Just keep that in mind. Like 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 this is a brand new planet. Like 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 it basically has to make it from scratch. So so it's going to take a little bit, but once it loads the planet initially, it is it's going to load it. The game is going to load a little bit faster. So I'm just going to show off the realistic to the best of my ability HAP P55B. It's taking its sweet time. Um, oh, it's still recording. Okay. It might crash, just I'll just have to load it again. I I think let's reload the game. Yep, it's not responding. I'm just gonna close it and reopen it. Okay, so yeah, we're still recording. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna reopen it. It might crash again. Give me a second. There it is. Okay, so now we can actually see our planet that we just made. Or, I guess, improved in this case. Wow. So, I guess this one was actually pretty accurate. Weird. So, I guess it was already pretty accurate. So, anyway, once you want to publish it, you're going to want to take a screenshot with this camera button I showed you before. And then it has to be exactly 1920 by 1080 pixels. And then click on this, and then you're gonna want to go back in your screenshots folder. You're gonna want to scroll down. Wait, I just realized something. This might not be the thing itself. Uh, no, that's it. Okay. Anyway, you're gonna want to go out to where you see the catalogs folder. Don't put it in the catalogs folder, but instead, you're just gonna, what, screenshots, hires, then you're gonna want to copy this, and then you're gonna want, then you're gonna want to paste it here. It's testing something. Yes. Update. Ah, okay. So, so I'm just gonna take another screenshot, and then, okay. So I'm just gonna copy it over once again, and then I'm gonna show you how you actually upload it to the Steam workshop. But you do need this screenshot to upload it, or a screenshot. So first, you're gonna want to close it. You're going to hit stop, and then you actually, once it stops, I'll show you. You actually want to go back into SpaceEngine, but instead of just selecting Play SpaceEngine, you're going to want to click Launch Workshop Configuration and Uploading Tool. Then you're going to click Play, and then it'll upload this thing. You're going to want to click on your add-ons. You're going to want to add one, and then you're going to want to call it whatever you want. PS Balls Realistic Hat P55 System. And then I put roughly the composition of the planet in the hat hat key 55 system. And you're gonna want to put something in the description. And then the release note, so this is basically the update log. So, made be more realistic. There we go. And then to choose it, you're gonna want to click choose, and then go to your add-ons folder, and then choose your folder that you want it to be, and then you're gonna want to click save, and then save it in um in that folder I just opened, and then you're gonna want to click upload the workshop, and then if you've done everything right, like for uploading the workshop, you should see your planet in the game, and you should also see the the system you just made in the workshop if you want to upload it to the workshop. But so far, I made WASP 12B, the WASP 12 system, around one planet, all the TRAPPIST 1's planets. TRAPPIST 1D did come out looking a bit first though. Here it is. I have no idea why it looks like that. 55 can cry E specifically, because we don't know the composition of any of the other planets. So Copernicus is also known as 55 Cancri, and um fifth and the E planet in that system is also known as Janssen. So I made Janssen. We have 2M1207A. That one's lesser known, but I still made it. Here's its gas giant. And K218 system, the one I showed you at the beginning. So, and this one already has 16 visitors and 3 subscribers. So, well, that'll about do it for, wait, okay, you know what? No, I'm also gonna walk you through making a basic star. Just a star. So, so, I'm actually gonna make it a new thing, so I'm gonna want to do it. So, so you're gonna want to make make the pack folder and the catalogs folder, but you're also gonna want to make a folder called stars, and then you're going to make a text document, name the star, okay, and then uh, they have something on here for creating a star, but um star, so star quotations, and then the name of the star. This one's a custom star, and then you're gonna want to put curly braces, and then so RA, right ascension. So 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 these can be, so the first 2 numbers are full numbers. So Uh, I'm actually not sure if there's a limit. It's gonna, how about 20, 21, 22, or 23? Okay, and declination. 24, 25, 6, 7. Sure. So RA is its position in the Earth's night sky, and the declination is how far down it is. So distance from the sun in light years. So how about 10,000 light years? Sure. Distance. Yeah. And then luminosity. So LUM. How about 10 suns? Okay. In solar radii, uh, RadSol. RadSol 20. And MassSol. MassSol. This is the mass and solar masses. Okay. And Teff. For some reason it's Teff. I don't know why. But this is its surface temperature in Kelvin. So Teff. How about 40,000? You know what? How much is 4,200? Sure. And then, so now, the star called High should, or whatever you wanted to call it, should be in the game now. So I'm just gonna test it. Wait, no, it's not ready. I just realized something else. Okay, class. This is the spectral type. Uh, look, oh, uh, oh, 5V, I guess. Sure. It, now it's ready. So, if all this worked, you should be seeing your star. Like, your star should be in the game. Yep, we're still recording. Perfect. almost done loading. Okay, it loaded. It does it sometimes. Oh, looks like it crashed. Okay, well, it did fold the star though. So that part should, or it should have folded the star anyway. I'm not sure if it actually did.